Alright. Give you an example of my server. I'm going to try to load up all the things I have on here. I'm going to try to just do structures, not do the whole loot and all. See if you notice on my things, each one has two names, because one's buildings, the other one's loot. And I have to do it that way because since the 1.20 update messed everything up, so we have to separate everything now. Trying to remember. It's this one. I'm going to try to open all these. I've never opened all these at once. It's this one. No, I think it's this one. Can't remember. I might have to go back and open both files on it, because I can't offhand can't remember which one's the building and which one isn't. Now I had ships. I took it out because last time they worked on that crap, it messed that file up too. So like all my ships, instead of a full ship, it was showing half of a ship. I don't know what the deal with that was, but it is what it is. Bridges, I put bridges in. I only had a couple of them. Let's see here. The pause is taken. Most likely it's just the loot they have in their base. I might have to go back and put the structure in, because normally when it pauses like that, it's the loot. It's not the building itself. Let's see here. See how quick it goes? Because the buildings and the wall structure is not loot. When it pauses like that, it means it's the wrong file. I've changed these so much when adding update, like adding things to bases. Alright, let's see. Map. So it doesn't really look like much. Okay, we'll go to this base. Okay. This is a player's base. Now just know that when you come in to my server, this is just a one-person base. This guy here, I know him. He's a buddy of mine. He's actually one of my admins on my server too. Anyway, this is his base. But like I was saying, is if you come join the server and join the Discord, I don't care if you're a solo player or if you have people faction. Most servers you go to, They want you to have a faction before they can build you a castle. Well, you can be a solo player and I'll build you a castle. And the castle, what you'll get, we build you a castle, and then you'll have this added. This right here. This will be added to it. Now I'll show you what this has in it. This right here. I'll unload the import the alright. So this is what you'll get. So when you have a base added, this is what we add in it. So you got the building supply shed, which is right here. Comes with everything in here. So you can build with. And then we give you a gas pump. Then you have your gun trailer. So you got your guns on the wall. A buddy of mine actually made that and I just added it to my server. And then these rooms back here, mainly this one here is the food. Which there ain't one in this one, but there's food on that shelf. And then you have your gear that go in the thing. Alright, let's see here. We'll go to a different one. It's another player. This is his base. That's his. There's a setup. Let's see. This one got camel net on it. So basically, this is his setup. I set it up to how I want to, and all the players like my setup. So this is the bridge to the prison. I built this, put it in. See, by modding, like a lot of people know, you have to add each piece on. It's not where one whole bridge you just add in. You gotta piece it together. So all these white boxes is basically the part. See, that's sections of the bridge. You just gotta add them together. And then this one here, you just tilt it. Alright, so let's go to, I think, yeah, there's another bridge. So this bridge here is, it goes to this castle over here. Because you couldn't really drive up it. There used to be somebody's base here, but that player's no longer with my server. His base used to be here. If you don't play for like, well, I say 2 months, but I mean a month is pretty much a long time. So like if you don't play for a month or 2, I remove your base. And if you come back, then I'll add it back in. But this is the bridge to it, because you couldn't get up with a car. Well, with the cars, you have problems getting up this hill. Like when you get to this point right here, you have problems. So I put this bridge in. Alright. Let's see here. This is my base. There's another I added that station in too. We use this as the store. So like my server, we buy like 50 buds for 1,000, 50 fish fillets for 1,000, 50 steaks, like animal steaks for 1,000, just to help players out on money wise. I just had an event this last Saturday where you go around, blow up cars, vehicles, and then you send us a screenshot in game with your name showing. I think I was doing cars for like cars for 5,000 each car. Trucks were Hummers were 10,000, and trucks were 15,000. That was the event I did last Saturday. This Saturday coming up, we're gonna have a hunting event. So basically, every wolf and deer you kill is 5,000. Every elk you kill is 10,000, and then every bear you kill is 15,000. It's gonna start Saturday morning and end on Sunday morning. Alright, here's my base. So basically this is my setup. This is here. I got the trader in here. Well, it's not even a trader anymore, because I took the trader out because I was getting raided too much. This is how I built it. Basically I just got a couple things on the wall there for myself, and then there's a building there, but I don't know, it's not in here. Alright, and then this here, I got this set up. You know, this really nothing fancy. I added all this fence in just so I wouldn't have to build all the darn walls, so just build a gate. Basically we use this one for like for the vehicles when we want to sell them on the server. And then this here is just a workshop. Basically it's got building supplies there, but I call it the workshop because along this whole wall is car parts, and then on back here is truck parts and Hummer parts. Then you got the gas, of course, and then I just added this into the water so you can drive back there. One of my admins, he wanted a tower, so I put all that in here for him. Most of my admins and I are in here. We're a faction. Basically, how our faction is, okay, so when we raid, if we raid you, we don't take anything. We add to it. So we might, like, if we raid you, we might add you a truck or a car or a Hummer or plastic explosives, landmines, just like shit basically you don't got inside your, whatever you may not have inside of your base. But when you get your own base, okay, so basically you get a castle if you want one, and then we add you the building material stuff on there, and then we add the gun trailer, and then that you have a choice of what gear you want. We give you the gun trailer and what has it in there. Now if you want extra stuff, then you would have to buy it off Discord. Since I don't have a trader in the server, so basically what you do is you Discord, you pay for it over Discord. It's all, nothing's real money, it's all Discord money. So you pay for it over there, what you want. You give us a list of what you want. You send me or one of my admins a message, a list of things you want that you want to buy. When you buy them, we put them inside of your base. Basically is what we do. So then you ain't got to come to here because I don't have a trader. So alright, this is one of my other admins base. She wanted her own. She likes to do the gardening thing, so I added them in here for her. And then she got her stuff. She likes buildings. And then these houses here. What I did is when I added this house here, I made the door so when you open the door here, it goes straight into that tower right here. See, it's straight into that door. Alright, let's see here. Here's a base up here. I think this is the medical airfield. Yeah, this is the medical airfield. So, of course, how everybody knows, the medical airfield don't ever have anything in it as far as building wise. So, like, the only thing really over here is that stuff there, and there's buildings that are over here, and the tents. This is basically, that's all that's here. This right here, well, of course, this is not there, but like this stuff here is basically the only thing in this area. So, I added all these tents, and there's tents over here, and there's heli crashes on here too, but that's on the other file. Then the prison, I added a prison, of course, just for looks, basically. Well, I mean, it's got loot that spawns in there. Now, all these buildings I have added down here, loot spawns into them. I put it into the map on the server, so all these buildings have loot that spawn in, and they're not all military buildings, just random buildings. On my server too as well, I have, you ain't got to go to the military places to get good loot. I got the military loot spawning all throughout the map. So you might find guns, and here guns got clips in them with some ammo in it. But these are just random buildings I put it in. Now all these buildings have loot to spawn in, and you got these bunker things here. And then I put this house in, and these three. But yeah, there's heli crashes I got. So there's heli crashes on top of those. You'll see at a distance. Then I got a heli crash that sits over here, so you can see it at a distance. And then when you go down to the road down here, I got a couple heli crashes over here too. Alright, here's the roadblock. So I got heli crashes and other stuff sitting right here. I didn't load that file in. Alright, now let's go to this base. Okay, so like, now if you want buildings added into your, like this one, added into your base like this, extra, it costs 100,000 on Discord. Now if you don't have 100,000, then we'll take 50,000 down, and then you do 10,000 a month, which I have a lot of ways to make money on here. So this is basically someone's base here. That's how it's set up. Not very big. He's a solo player as well. And then I got another base up here. Hold on. I got a base right over here, I think it is. Yeah, there's a base here, but this is just I loaded that file in. Alright, so let's get his base. I think it's this one. Alright, let's see it. So let's load. Let's basically load the same file in. Some of these I forget which one's which. So we need one import. There it is. Alright, so this guy here is a faction. He has a faction. He wanted a pawn, so I added a pawn in. And then this is his stuff here. Now, this is the trailer I was talking about. You've seen the trailer on the last one. The rooms here, I think his one's got food in it. Yeah, this is the setup you'll get. That's his. But this is the setup you'll get. That shelf, the water well, that's the setup you'll have inside when we add a base in. And then the second room is for your loot. So this is his loot room. Now, not his loot, but his gear. Now, he paid for extra, so that's why it's so piled up in here, in his. Because he paid for all this. He has all this in here. So basically that's his. He wanted the houses added. Alright, then I got another one up here. Where's it at? There it is. So this one here, I put just a little part of the bridge. I offered to put a longer bridge in there. I offered to make it to where it goes down there, but he didn't want it, which is okay. Because it'd make it easier for him to drive up here. So basically this is his setup. And there's, you know, there's the... This one looks like empty. So this is his base. He's got a little pond there too. That's what he wanted. And then of course it goes right there. So this is his setup. He's a solo player too, so far. But yeah, that's his setup. He used to have a base that's used to be over here. I believe it was this building. I think he had it on top of this building. And he wanted it moved. He didn't have a castle. He just had it on top. I think that's it. All the other ones I took out. I'm trying to think if I have which ones. I don't know. Let's see here. Alex is the one that was on the hill. We'll load in the ships, so I can show you that. And then military. I'll load in the military too. Building supply. That's it. Oh damn, I don't want to save it. Import. Alright, so basically I got loot that spawns here, and then I got loot that I put in. Alright, so let's go ship start here. So this is what the ships look like. I just added several of them. And then I added some over here next to this base. Basically, like, I added them to where all the docks were at. Like it was like an invasion of ships. Basically, is what I did. And let's see what time it was. I gotta go. Got a hair appointment at 12:30. And then I added buildings over here too. So I put a ship there too. Is there a building over here? I think there's 2 buildings over here. There's 2 buildings here. I uploaded the wrong file. There we go. So I added these buildings in here. Now these buildings have loot spawning to them. Military. In between. It all switches out. Let's see here. Trying to see if I have. Alright, there's more ships there. Don't mind that, it's Alexa notification. And then, you know, of course, you got the gas boat. This is the gas boat. It's always here. It's always on the map. You have to have a gas NBC uniform to go in there. But these all other ones don't have no gas. They have loot spawning to it. Well, I took them out, but just that last hot fix they did for some reason in server, then boats, like half of them are missing. So I just took it out. Alright, see, I got some more buildings right here. I got them up and down the coast. Because if you notice, on the coast, on servers, there ain't much stuff on the coast. Everything's on inland. So I wanted to add more stuff onto the coast. And the ships, of course, which, like I said, I took those out, so they're no longer in. And I added these buildings up here. Now, all these have loot to them. Keep that in mind. So always, if you come in, always check them. So I put a bunch of them right there on the dock. I'm going to be putting a lot more in as well. I got loot everywhere, spawning in everywhere. Anytime I change anything, it only takes a few days for it to come in. But yeah, food. Zombies have food on them too. They also have clips, ammo. They just have different food, gun cleaner, just different things. You just have to kill them and find out. There's another building, another building, another building. And ships, which don't mind the ships because they're no longer there. And a couple more buildings up here. Got two more there. I got two over here. See those buildings right there? See how it's open space here between the two towns? See, I want eventually I'll have buildings here. I just add a little bit each time. Now this gas station I added up here is lights. So basically it's Santa Sleigh underground. That's what causes them lights. So this is a gas station I put in. And gas pumps, of course. And then in here I put gear. Well, I put food, water, and then like just random things. Gas, tire fixer, gas canister, batteries, battery chargers, spark plug there, glow plug there. Car battery, truck battery. That's basically it. Because there's my base. I have the biggest base on the server. You know, I'm the owner. Of course, I'm gonna have the biggest base. There's no safe zones on my server. The rules are on Discord. Basically, the rules is like if you do a raid, raids are 24/7. Basically, if you do a raid, you go in, you take what you want, and then you leave. You can't log out in someone's base. That's an automatic ban. You can't go in there and build gates back up and take it over. That's an automatic ban. But you can raid 24/7. There's no safe zone, so you can raid me as well. I mean, I've been raided a few times. It's because my base is so big. They think that I have a lot. Really, I don't. I just got mainly more buildings than I got anything. Well, structures. And here, basically, like I said, here's you always get this. Every castle I build, you'll have this added, and you'll have all the stuff in there, which is empty right now. But you'll have all the building supplies. You'll have the gun trailer, and then, like I said, this first door here will have food and drinks and night vision and so forth. Next room will have the gear you choose, and then, like I said, if you want to buy more gear, then we add it in. And we'll add it in that depending on how much gear you get. So we'll fill that back up. Now, if you get a lot of more gear, you pay for a lot more, then we'll add another building to add the gear to. But when you sign in to, when you come into the server and you sign up with our Discord, you'll get 20K added to your account automatically. So you have 20K. I have different ways to make money on here. I try to help my players out the best I can. But we have events. Like I said, we just had an event last Saturday. So this Saturday would be a hunting event. More welcome, come check it out. If you want to be involved into it, you have to sign into our Discord and just basically screenshot it after you kill an animal. I don't care what you do with the animal after that. All I want is the picture, screenshot showing that you killed it and what type of animal it is, so I can pay you. Now, what you do with it, that's up to you. My animals on here are in packs, so don't expect you're going to find an animal by itself, because you're not. My bears, They're in groups. So basically, you might find a bear. If you see one bear, I can promise you there's probably 5 more around it somewhere. I took it down. I think there's like 6 to a group. I used to have 10, but I took it out because it was too much. Zombies, I had a lot of hoarder zombies, but a lot of my players on there didn't want. It was too much for them, so I cut back on them. That's why I only got 50 times zombies. There ain't that many. Now, I used to have 100,000. I mean, not 100,000, but 100 times 100. Now, it was, I had a lot. It was like, I don't know if you ever seen that movie like World War Z. It was kind of like that. There's tons of them, and they were everywhere. I have convoys. Now, convoys, sometimes you'll find a vehicle will spawn in there you can take. Trains, train carts. There's sometimes will be a car sitting on there, or a vehicle. Used to have a lot of zombies at them. Have heli crashes on the coast. I don't have a lot, but I have a few. If I need to add more, then I will. If you join the Discord, you're more welcome to have a suggestion what you'd like to have added, and then we'll see what the other players think about it. Sometimes I try not to do it too much. I get carried away with it.